For reference, I added this picture. If you can't see it, it says gold digger, and you probably can't see it too well, but it's a picture of, like, a pretty attractive girl wearing a gold dress and matching high heels, holding in her left hand, you know, four cards. It's kind of like she's playing her cards. She's using her pussy power, and she kind of has her legs kind of spread and the dress kind of falling back, and very sexually provocative. And a Babylonian whore, and it's how it is. Um, so yes, I just made the other video closer to the time where you know I had my heart broken for the last time, and it's what it is. Some of you might say something stupid like, "Well, why didn't you try to work it out with her?" Well, I think there's a lot of answers for that. I was thinking about that earlier, actually, and to each his own is what I came up with. It's, these females belong to Babylon's system. Why am I trying to make them mine? Then pretty much by proxy, by default, I become part of Babylon's system, because then I'd have to conform and so on and so forth. This was probably the best thing. It's painful. It sucks to get your heart broken, and it sucks that women are like this, but that's how they're like. And I think when I was thinking about, do I really want to put this on the same level as Satanism? Well, I was just talking about earlier how women are kind of like Satan's helpers. They're typically, you have the devil, and then you have females next to him. I should have downloaded one with the gold diggers crossed out, but whatever. I think that the fact that it's there is just, it says what I believe anyway. And I'm not promoting gold diggers for in case some of you idiots like, oh, he has a picture of a gold digger and he's like representing, he's like, that's how women should be or something. No. Yeah. So it's interesting. I think my main regret is I feel bad for letting my Muslim brothers down. Those of you who are real jihadists, I don't know who's real and who's not and who's just putting on an act, but for those of you who are real, I feel bad that I started going toward Christian. I was pretty much deciding that I wasn't gonna be a Muslim. But yes, I don't really come across many Muslim women, and because of what I'm doing, it will be hard to find a Muslim woman to be with me, because America is thoroughly stigmatizing the jihadists. I mean, they're out there somewhere, but they're, most of the Muslim women in America are moderate Muslims, but somewhere out there, I'm sure there's some women that sympathize with jihadists and jihadist movements, but it would have been hard, and this is pretty much the best thing for me. Yeah, so I hate the whores. I hate the guys who made the game, who made the women whores. It's what it is. Yeah. So I was gonna go into detail about what gold diggers are, but I really think that we don't need to, do we? Do you really need me to spell it out how society is? And, yeah. And when people are like me, are down like this, they tend to want to open up to women, and fat women take advantage. Women that otherwise wouldn't have a chance, tend to, it's like your rebound girl. There's bitches trying to take advantage of that whole situation. So it's also good that before this happened, I had cut off all the fat bitches catfishing me. And yeah, I think now it's more important than ever for me to, stick it to the feminist scum in the world. Really raise awareness about the dangers of feminism. And that's coming up. Probably the next week or so, I'm going to dedicate some videos to that. Yeah. I wish I would have carried out my mission before August. That's another regret I had. I have. Because, this wouldn't have happened, really. I allowed a woman to change my mind about what I should do. which was, you know, very foolish. You know, this is all why women should submit to men. And she was very bossy. You know, she wanted me to cut my beard, and you know, she did things a certain way to try to get me to do it her way. And it also this situation also shows you the dangers of feminism, and people who, like it or not, have taken up certain feminist principles. You know, such as making it being okay to demand your man to accommodate you. You know, so yeah, um, definitely gonna, you know, keep making videos, you know, and whatnot. Well, you know, it's like how mad could we, you know, how mad can we truly be at women for being sluts? You know, we should also, you know, be mad at men for, you know, selling out and in secret societies promoting feminism and gays, helping them out. You know, these women wouldn't have gone very far if it wasn't for a whole bunch of manginas, a whole bunch of traitors to God, a whole bunch of just, you know, punks, you know, a bunch of pussy whip motherfuckers. And I was in danger of being one of those motherfuckers, you know. I know what it's like, you know. At least at this point, I've kind of snapped out of it. I didn't lower myself to the level of begging her to be with me, and you know, I'm pretty proud of myself for that, because there was part of me that, you know, wanted to you know, try to change her mind, and you know, and I really did it. I really took it very well, and you know, with a lot of grace, and it's going to make me a powerful martial artist, perhaps the best in the world, but we'll never know. I went through that in my last video. We'll never truly know. We'll just know that I'm the best in America, and Americans are cowards. It's their lack of connection to God. It's their materialism that has made them inferior beings, inferior spiritually, which they don't care about because they're materialistic, obviously. Inferior warriors, which they don't care about because they're being trained to be effeminate. But there are these martial artists who do take note, and they do wish they could beat me, but they simply can't. You know, as long as I'm the top martial artist, you know, my points still reign supreme. This was a victory for the New World Order in the sense that, you know, it fucked with my head. It was a loss in many other ways. They failed to cause my death. They failed to bring me back to the psych ward. And they failed to bring me under their scrutiny, and for good, because now this angle is